Hello YouTube, Truebloodshots here from NoobsNAction, bringing you a Reckoning gameplay review. The game is really huge, lots of stuff to cover. I couldn't cover everything that I wanted to. I ended up with 6 hours of footage, so I had to clip down a lot of it, and I couldn't put all of it in there. So, I mean, I only even have half of what I want, and I didn't even get through like a quarter of the game. This game has a lot to it. Even just like the small things, like the little animals you see running right now, they are even part of a quest. Some of the terrain will confuse you because you think that, hey, I can just jump down this, you know, because they have jump points like you see right here. But it's not that confusing. It's just one of the things that gets to me every once in a while. Right here, as you see me, I'm doing stealth. I'm a rogue, so I'm about to come up here and pounce this one spider and get him down. Sometimes you can get a kill off of it, but not all the time. I don't know if it's just which button you push or maybe the level that they are. The venom spitters are the headache ones. You can be fighting the giant spiders and they'll be backing up, so you're thinking, oh, I'm in the clear, but they're shooting venom at you like you just saw that's done to me. This game, like I was saying, it's huge. Lots of stuff to cover on it. Great story. If you're really big into stories, this game is amazing for that. And you have random encounters like you just saw. There was no enemies up ahead, but the spider just jumped out of the ground. The game starts off as you dying in a battlefield, and what happens is you get dumped into this pile of bodies, and you get to choose, you know, your body style, all your hair features, and all that good stuff. And then you get resurrected somehow. I guess you're immortal, because that's what they refer to you as in the game. But you come back and you figure out that you can change the fate of time just like the butterfly effect, which is a pretty cool thing, and you get to use your fate during combat, which you will see here in a couple seconds. I pop my fate because I'm just getting tired of these spiders, because, you know, every once in a while they'll just keep hitting you. And here's fate. The health bar is the one in red, of course. The fate bar is right below it in purple, and then you got your mana. The little orb on the side is flaming right now because I had my fate filled up. So what happens when you get one close to death, you get to like do a finisher move, pretty much like in Mortal Kombat, just about, I guess you can say as a reference. It's pretty cool, but it's random buttons, so sometimes you'll catch yourself messing up and pressing the wrong button, and you're realizing, oh crap, I'm mashing the wrong button, I gotta switch to this button. So you can mess up a lot. So, well, I guess I can, you know, noobs in action, duh. This game kind of is like a mixture of Fable and World of Warcraft. Fable because, you know, it has a lot of things like Fable does, and these stones right here, they're story stones from NPCs, as you can probably hear the story, unless if I'm talking over it. I'll be quiet for a second.
The people, remembering all after war, called for Durek's fate.
But what happens is you have these little stones all around the map. You're actually about to see me run into another one, and they'll just tell you some random stories sometimes. They're pretty cool, and I don't know if there's an achievement for them exactly, but I know that you can unlock certain zones. Like I've unlocked the Webwood, I think is the only one that I've unlocked so far. But they're just kind of a cool little thing, and they also give you experience. So if you run into one, definitely you gotta hit it. Even if you don't want to hear the storyline, you can just, you know, mute your TV or just ignore it, like I did. The storyline to this game, it's really in-depth. You know, NPCs are talking and they will talk your head off, so if you're not into all that, you can, there's a skip feature to where you can just skip it. I skipped a lot of it, but I wanted to get some of them in there, like what's coming up next. This one guy talks, and I hated to listen to it, but I wanted to listen to it for the video. And this one was very interesting to me, so I figured I would listen to it.
Today, stranger. Best you look elsewhere. Can't even look a fish in the face anymore. Not since I met that nymph. I can remember when I first saw her on the cliff to the south, overlooking Ettenmere. I saw that watery maiden and I fell in love with her. I've outlived my elder. My nephew Thaddeus had been left for dying ill for want of never seeing me again. I had a chance of ending loneliness, but it was taken from me. Sibyl Wilde scared her off. We were to wed by my pier, but I ain't seen her for days now. I'd search, but the monsters will rip me to shreds. I bet you could indeed. that's only half of what's needed. We must also find my bride-to-be. Then the wedding will be upon us. I've got to find the ring. I need to find my bear mask. I need to prepare. Best start by the pier. If she's not there, keep heading south. She's bound to be somewhere. Go on now. I will ready myself for the wedding and then catch up.
Now, the reason why I found this one interesting is because he mentions a bear mask for his wedding. I didn't get no bear mask for my wedding, so I want to know, why does he get the opportunity for a bear mask? It's not fair. If I would have showed up in one, my wife would have killed me. So it would have been a very negative thing. As you can see right here, I stealthed up to this troll and just trolled him. It's pretty cool to see the finisher sometimes will kill them. And here he goes talking again. I don't have no video film or anything, so I'm just going to try to talk over him for a second. Like I was saying, this game is kind of like a mixture of Fable and World of Warcraft. You will see some reasons why for the World of Warcraft, but Fable, it's just kind of like it in some means and matters, like the gameplay and the camera angle. I don't like the camera angle too much, but it just like tends to swirl around, and you can control it during combat, but it's kind of hard when you're trying to kill stuff. So it's just one of those things that I don't like. It's just my personal opinion, of course. But this guy's talking about right now, he thinks he sees his wife on this cliff, and I'm about to tell him he's delusional. Because you turn around and there's a Medusa-looking creature just staring at you, throwing vomit at your face, and you're just trying to figure out, what are you trying to marry here? You know, this guy's alone in the woods on his own island. I'll leave him. I'm scared I'm going to come back and he's married to a bear. For all I know, because he has a bear mask. What do you need a bear mask for, dude? Why? What's the bear mask for? It's to marry bears. But now he's trying to marry Medusa. So maybe he should come up with some, like, snake heads or something. I don't know. But the game is really freaking awesome. It has so much to offer. Graphics are not, you know, top-notch perfect, but they are just about near as perfect as you can get. I really do like the graphics. There's nothing I can say bad about the graphics. You know, everything's pretty up to shape. Pretty nice. I mean, I've seen better graphics, but, you know, it's an Xbox. What can you say? It doesn't have a lot of RAM to it, so you gotta kind of watch how much, you know, you do for the graphics, especially expanding the map as far as they expanded. I don't know if there's like exactly load points in between the maps. I didn't even get that far. I played 12 hours last night. I got 6 hours of footage, and this morning I've just been clipping and shredding every little bit of photo, and I could only get through like 3 clips, so I only had like 3 hours that I actually really clipped. Right here you saw that I just leveled. You get a skill point you can put into any one of those, and here's your talent tree. If anybody used to play World of Warcraft Vanilla, you would see that this almost resembles the talent tree, which I know that there's other games, but that's just my reference because that's what I'm used to. So it's just kind of a little bit difficult. You gotta watch what you put into, like rogues and what would you call them? You know, archery people, whatever, rangers. They all have like the same, you know, talent tree. Is finest, however you say that. I don't know. I'm no English teacher, I can tell you that. So you gotta kind of like watch what you're putting into. Here's your destiny, which you go from like rogue tier 1 to, you know, something else tier 2. It's just pretty much just saying, you know, what class you're going down, which you can't go into an opposite class that you're not specking into anyways. And as you see, this rogue is about, or this rogue, this wolf is about to get owned. Boom. And you're gonna see to the left that I go to is a dispel chest. Dispel chests are pretty difficult, and once it pulls up, you got this large circle, and you have all these little purple circles. But you gotta hit A on the circles without hitting the red little dots. What they are is like almost like a mine. If you hit them, you get cursed, and then you have to run all the way back to town for a healer. And you also have a time limit up to your left that you have to do it by. And this one I actually run out by the time limit, and I end up getting cursed, and I have to run back to a village and spend half of my gold on, you know, getting healed back up. And boom, I am cursed with lightning's curse. And it just keeps taking off health one by one by one. Really annoying. Very, very annoying. So what I did is I went back to town. I fast traveled, of course, so I wouldn't die. And I found the healer in the town. First I clicked healing because I thought maybe I can get my first one as a free heal. I'm saving their town. No. You know, everybody in this town will tell you the same thing. There's no freebies here. I'm not working on charity. You're paying me half your gold regardless if you want to or not. Right now I only have like 630 gold. It's 396 for the life curse to be removed. The reason why I had such little gold is because this was the starting of the game, and I also couldn't find a shop to sell, which I actually find it right after I do my repair. And here's where I actually lose all of my gold. I have 24 gold left over. Well, I had to repair my gear, and all those little bitty chunks add up, but you have different sets of gear. You have, you know, your uncommon whites, you have your common greens, you have your rare blues, you have your unique purples and set pieces, and the more you go up, the more, you know, it takes. And here I'm pickpocketing a chest, which you saw the 99% out next to it, means 99% chance of being caught for theft. And the guard comes up to me, says, go to jail, pay a fine, or resist arrest. And I'm not paying no fine, I'm not going to jail, so I'm about to resist arrest. Because this is just like the Fable. You know, you do something bad, you know, you have to pay a fine or go to jail, or you resist arrest and start killing people. But I really didn't feel like sticking around. I had a lot to do, so I just got out of town. And I figured, why not play with some more of my fate and actually do somewhat decent here. No, not really, never mind, this is not the decent one. But I did recover it. You have a lot of different animations for your fate finishers. Ooh, I had a cough there. But each one's different. Like your bow would be different. You know, you're gonna shoot like a lot of arrows into the guy's chest, and then your last one's just gonna be a huge finisher arrow. So it's really cool how it's different animations, not the same animation. And you know, even with just having daggers the whole time, you're gonna see different animations every time. Right now I'm on a quest to go find this whale. And the one thing that I don't like about games nowadays are you hide something that's way bigger than you, your person, inside your pocket somewhere, somehow. I don't understand it. And see, I'm stealth, and this guy from like 800 miles away found me. And sometimes you just have that one in the pack. He notices you, he doesn't want to lock off of you, and then the rest of the whole pack notices you at that point. And see, right up here is the well that I'm trying to get for the quest as I kick my keyboard. And I just put it in my back pocket. You know, nothing big. Don't worry about it. You know, it's not heavy. And then I'll go into Indiana Jones mode. Watch for the trap. Boom. Yeah, like a champ. And then bam. Embarrassing. I'm not the best Indiana Jones in the world, but I'm pretty sure Indiana Jones got caught in a couple traps before, so it's okay. And right here, you see the same trap that I saw in the water, but it's visible, but I didn't see it, and a chain reaction goes off, and I die. And this is the first time I ever died. You know, you can load last save, or you can load game, or there's another option, I think, just return to menu or something. So I think I'm going to be smart and go back up here. I know it's there this time, so I'm going to completely avoid it. But it still goes off, still hits me. I didn't roll enough time, like a retard. And right here you see me picking up a unique item. That was actually my first unique item. I was freaking out. And here I'm showing that you can use your fate for other reasons too. You don't have to use it just to finish off a big boss. If you just really feel like killing a whole pack of enemies, you can kill them all and then turn it right back off. And it takes half of your fate, but it's better than just sitting there. Lockpicking, you're going to see a lot of this. Pretty much you're just moving the lockpick around and you're pushing the lever over. And if it starts shaking your lockpick, then you need to get your lockpick out pretty much. Or move your lockpick, not get it out. And as you're seeing right here, I'm putting on my set pieces of gear that I got from the code that I got with the game. I got it from the delivery chest in the middle of the main first town that you see. And you're seeing that I'm getting set bonuses, which the Shepherd's gear is supposed to reflect from Mass Effect 3. I never played Mass Effect, any of the series, so I didn't really exactly know if it really did or not. I was just putting it on. The gear is probably good for level 2 through 5, maybe 7, if you can push your luck with it. But you're going to start replacing it really fast. And that's what sucks is, you know, your downloadable content gear goes out so fast. But I guess once you start off the game and have top gear, it's probably not fair anyways. So, I mean, I kind of figured I was going to replace it, so it's not a bad thing. Right here, you actually see me craft some gear with blacksmithing. They have some really cool features about this, and unfortunately, whenever I was recording this one, I didn't have a lot of materials, so I only got to show you one, but sometimes you'll have like small iron blades, great iron blades, and then more and more. You can add different kinds of stuff to it. And then when you're done, you hit continue, and you get to name your weapon. You name banana stick if you want to, but I didn't name it because I was just going to turn around and sell it straight back to the vendor. It's not going to beat mine, so I wasn't too worried about it. And I got the achievement shop class is because I forged something in the blacksmithing. Right here is something that looks like the dispel chest that you saw earlier. But what this is actually you dispel it, and then you have to have a key. It says unlock statue. And I had the key at this point, but I didn't have the key for the first one of these I found. So I got cursed and couldn't even open the chest. So I was really mad at that point because I was like, okay, I just got cursed, hoping that I could find an epic, or I mean a unique, but all I get is a curse. And I had to go back to town and do it again. And see, right here, I'm wasting my fate just to play around. You know, at this point I was just like, I just want to use my fate to see what else I can do, all the other animations. And right here you have a shrine that buffs you. These are really cool. You can find them all over the map. They're 24/7. You don't only use them once. Sneaking up on this lady, I could have pickpocketed her, but didn't want to waste my time, so I just assassinated her. Pretty much just took her out. Up next, I actually get an achievement on accident. I don't even know how I got it, but would you like fries with that? I think it's because I caught 2 wolves on fire at the same time or something. I really need to go back and read these achievements that I got. But I wasn't paying attention. I was more along the line of just trying to get as much gameplay as I could in without reading anything to enhance my gameplay. I wanted to kind of go in like everybody else would, you know, somebody who doesn't have the book, somebody who doesn't read all the stuff online. Here is your alchemy table where you get to make all kinds of different potions. You start off by experimenting with different kinds of, you know, materials. So right now I actually just got one recipe. It didn't explode. It's because I got one of the recipes right the first time too. So it was a really cool thing to do. Because you got to mix all this stuff together and hope that it doesn't make an unstable potion. When you get an unstable potion, you don't know exactly what it does. You can use it right there, but it could be good or bad to you. It could either buff you, or it could either curse you, or blow you up, or just one-hit kill you. I don't know. I've never played with them. I just sold them straight after I made all these. I didn't want to test my luck any. And I was on a short timeline to get all this video in. So I'm just trying to combine as much as I could. I think I only got 2 recipes out. And after you're done experimenting, you can back out and you can go to create. And you go to novice or all, and you have your recipes right there. You don't have to keep doing them over and over again. This is just your experimenting stage, so you can get some recipes down and see what, you know, what is what. There's actually a WikiHow page on like all the recipes and how to get the recipes. I didn't use it because I didn't want to, you know, cheat my way through the gameplay video. I kind of wanted to show you from a from a spot that, you know, somebody not reading books and not, you know, looking online for all the answers. I wanted to kind of show everybody that instead of, you know, what I call cheating. Now another thing you want to do, even though like in villages it's bad to pickpocket stuff, if you find a bookshelf, see 99%, I got caught for theft. If you find the bookshelves, you want to get all the books you can. There's an achievement out there to read 50 of the books. I think there might be another achievement to read more. So you just kind of want to pile up in as many books as you can, and you can find books everywhere. But the warning thing is you're going to find them a lot in shops in town, so you're going to get caught for theft all the time, and you're going to have to deal with guards. So this time I'm just taking my anger out on these guards. I figured, hey, I can get some experience. I didn't feel like running out. And there was a chest right there that I wanted to get. So just remember, don't throw away your books. Don't sell them. Don't add them to your junk. You have a junk bag to where you can add all your, you know, common gear to, and you can just destroy it all at once, so you don't have to worry about carrying it if you're in the middle of a quest. So just don't throw your books away. Just make sure you save them. Also, there's some books out there that will raise your skill. Like, as you saw, whenever I leveled, I got 1 point for 1 skill point to add to stealth. Well, you also have stuff for blacksmithing, lockpicking, and grabbing herbs and stuff like that. So you can find books that will automatically increase it because you're more worried about, you know, leveling and surviving than you are about your gathering and your blacksmithing. So I found a book actually on accident that was for dispelling, which is dispelling the chest that you saw earlier, the magic chest. Which makes it a lot easier so you don't get cursed. So it raised up my skill point permanently, which is really nice. And you can find the books all around the place. I don't know the exact locations. I don't know if there's a wiki page to it. But just make sure you pay attention. The book should have outside of it what it will increase. It'll have the name of the book, and then it'll have in parentheses what it increases. And right here, after I about to take out my anger on this one girl, and this is one of my favorite animations for the Fate. I take her down, I grab her, throw down my little shard or whatever it is, and I pick her up and I throw her straight to it. Eat it, eat it. Oh, she ate it, and she falls down. And I'm thinking about going back down here and finishing off this other guard, but I got tired of it, so I just ended up getting out of the house. This game has a lot to offer. If you were to ask me, True, do you recommend this game? If you're into RPGs, you're into story, or if you're just into play random games, then yes, I would definitely recommend it. You definitely should give it a shot and just try it out. There's a lot of fun things about it. And last but not least, I'm going to show you how to use your Fate the right way, because all my other times I used Fate, I really wasn't using it the right way. What you can do is you can use it as crowd control when you can't handle the enemies you're fighting. What you do is you take down one of them to dead when it shows A, and then you go back over, you take another one down to and it shows A, but this is a boss, so I'm going to finish on him. And I did make a mistake right here. I didn't take him down to A, like till it showed an A. I just took him down until he fell down and I thought he died, and then I hit start, so I was messing up a lot of it anyways at that point. But definitely everybody who wants to play this game, I definitely recommend it. It has a lot to offer. I'm going to shoot out some more video on it. So I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I want to hear your opinion. Please, somebody. Thank you all for watching. Hope you stuck around.